An unlikely place for chukars and huns, we tromp the fields and canyons of Wyoming for these elusive birds. Yep, the cowboy state has plenty of classic chukar and hun habitat and wind. I'm Scott Linden, and today as the National Shooting Sports Foundation presents Wingshooting USA, big country is matched by skillful dog work on birds that just can't seem to stand still. My friend Mark Thomas from the NSSF gets his first taste of wild western birds, testing his shooting skills and his stamina. You know, you can't buy one of these in the pro shop here at Rugg's Ranch, but you can book yourself a big game hunt in addition to the great bird hunting here. You can book yourself a trip to the Gray Reef Outfitters too. When somebody said chukars in Wyoming, I shook my head and said, why not? You're going to enjoy this show a lot. It's a run and gunning kind of show. And if you'd like to join us, we'll do a little running and gunning at the Quail Creek Plantation in Florida on the Take Your Kid Hunting Sweepstakes. Enter to win at wingshootingusa.org. My A-liner pop-up trailer is pointed toward Torrington, Wyoming, off the beaten and unbeaten tracks in the southeast corner at the Nebraska border. We were between storms in country that rang true to this chukar hunter. Dry, breezy, redolent with sage and ripe with possibilities. Cut wheat fields laced with steep canyons harken back to these birds' home countries. Mark has since moved to Kimber from the NSSF, where he was responsible for a lot of the good work the NSSF does to recruit and educate new hunters. Jason is intimately acquainted with his home turf. He knows you kill birds with boot leather, scouting, so he roams this country year-round.
This is Murphy.
Murphy is a lean, mean hunting machine skilled in the ways of running birds. Deuce, too. These dogs made their bones on skittering, scattering wild birds and have lessons to share with us. We'll skirt the edges of the wheat stubble to intercept birds trading between feed and cover, skulking from the draws funneling up this plateau. With luck, we won't be blown off the edge. Okay.
Kind of hard to believe it was 90 or 70 yesterday and now we got this, but it's a perfect day for hunting.
Well, guess what, Mark?
Oh man.
Ay, ay, ay. Whoa. Watch him.
Well, we're going right in the draw. Okay.
There's birds in this stubble, but that's where that first bunch of huns came up. So I'm just going to pay a little bit closer attention here.
You wouldn't think this would be enough cover for them, but boy, that's where those others came out of, and there was what, about 8 or 9 of them.
Yeah.
Tell you, Scott, I think this is where more hunters get injured than anything. These kind of little crossings like that.
Yeah.
Lucky enough to have a partner today I can hand it to, but you got to be careful when you're by yourself.
I'm pretty safe about the gun. It's the barbed wire fence on my crotch that scares me the most.
Well, I pay attention to that as well.
Safety is one of the many goals of the National Shooting Sports Foundation. The industry association also funds programs to recruit new shooters and hunters and protect all of us from political threats to our sport. Out here where the wind blows constantly, the birds will go up to the top if they have to get feed, but as soon as they can, they need to maintain their body temperature. They're going to come down to the leeward side, even a few feet. We're only 15 feet lower than the top of this little ridge, but the wind has dropped to about half the speed. Of course, shrubbery like this will also break the speed of the wind and keep birds slightly warmer, so we're going to suss out all of those patches as well. In fact, we better get going.
Such a difference in geography with these hills that, you know, just these kind of cliffs of rock that come out, and then you've got this plains. It's just gorgeous to me.
Well, just to have this, it's really a nice change.
I'll tell you, for me especially, you're growing up in Missouri, you know, there was nothing like this. You had hardwoods, and now living in Connecticut, gorgeous in its own right, but certainly not quite as spectacular as this.
Yeah. Oh boy. This is tough on the dog.
That was the phantom shot.
Oh my goodness. That one died of natural causes last night.
For a hawk, maybe?
That was one pretty piece of dog work. The last vestiges of a dead bird right in here. Those dogs got a whiff of it 150 yards away and worked it real carefully. Come on up, Mark. Now he's on to that dog.
They're gonna go right here. There you go.
Oh, he says way out in the stubble. Oh yeah. There they are, at the edge.
Two with one shot. I think we call that a twofer.
We'll get more lessons on working the wind
Good job,
next
Mark.
on Wingshooting USA. Wingshooting USA is brought to you in part by Columbia Overland, outfitting my off-road rig, and yours too. Happy Jack and their new DuraSpot flea, tick, and mosquito control. My signature series of dog training gear, including the Real Bird bumper endorsed by George Hickox. And the National Shooting Sports Foundation. Book your next hunt at wingshootingusa.org. You'd think they crossbred Hungarian partridge with ringneck pheasants out there in Wyoming. They could run, that's for sure. We're pretty tired at the end of the day. If you'd like to join us and get a little tired at the end of the day, go to wingshootingusa.org. That's where you enter the Take Your Kid Hunting sweepstakes. Come on along, we're going to the Quail Creek Plantation in Florida next year. Now remember, while you're there, you take the survey and you ask me a question, any question about bird dogs and bird hunting, just like Ken Sullins did, and you might win one of the great pieces of gear from my new signature series, including my new Uplander Jaeger lead. It's an over-the-shoulder lead so that your hands are free when you're walking your dog. Now, Ken's question is all about finding pro guides on public land. I'll have the answer coming up real soon. The Upland Checklist is brought to you by Cabela's, world's foremost outfitter. My Filson Guide sweater vest's tight weave blocks wind. Numa's Chuck optics fit tight and right. Kent's Fast Lead catches up to far-flushing birds, well, fast. And should it get muddy, my Warn 9.5 XP winch will get us out. Now, let's go get the other Hun that Mark shot. That is such a quintessential Western bird.
It sure is. And boy, you could tell the wind was affecting them too, because none of them really got up very high. They were all kind of tightly packed and kind of went and just kind of swayed and accidentally ran into the wrong piece of lead.
Hey!
oh my.
Trust
it's time to go.
Dog, just
He's doing his job. Why are we doing ours? They really make it exciting when they get locked down like that, and you don't really mind the false alarm that much.
In this wind, you know, half the time like that, just that last false point, they're kind of flighty. The dogs are as flighty as the birds. They don't want to blow it and jump them. So
well, and they've also been in birds now, so they're a little excited, not like us.
Yeah. Yeah, all of a sudden it's not cold anymore.
No, it's exactly what I was thinking.
Yep, that is the radio tower for the area. We're at the highest spot in southeast Wyoming. Just ask my thigh muscles.
That's a hill, boys. That's a hill.
You wonder why they're so tired at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, they never stop. Look at him. He's about fearless.
boy, that looks so familiar.
Yeah.
That was me a week and a half ago. It's out of range.
No, it's right here. Here, man. It's right here. Here we go.
Oh, baby. There might be one more up here. Stand by. I'll flush it. Oh.
It was not a great shot.
Well, I hope not. It's a long way. Hey, guys. Should have worn my chucker hunting boots.
Brush right in the middle of it. That's where he went down.
Okay, so he's above the cliff.
By maybe 20 yards. Not much. Not much. Yeah. He flew up and then went down. He did not ever get up very high. Yeah.
That was worth a walk.
He came out in the middle of these trees. That's how I saw it.
Phew, time for a breathe. Hey, wait, guys. Oh. Oh,
Got it.
somebody did hit it. That's the
have.
cripple. I'll be darned.
Yeah, they did. We did kind of come around,
That's a
didn't we?
good dog. And good boy, Jason. I suppose you want a milk bone too. Gray Reef Outfitters offers some of the most challenging upland hunting I've experienced. Get in shape and you'll bring home some buy you a beer stories. You can always come back and recuperate on a fishing trip next summer. Or visit Jason's pheasant properties for a more relaxing hunt along the North Platte River. What will this rain do to our hunt? Find out next on Wingshooting USA. Buddy and Me is brought to you by Truck Vault. When it comes to communicating with Buddy in the field, simple is better. Hence the acronym, Keep It Simple Scott. The U.S. Army says a dog can learn over 200 commands. Buddy, here. Mine, I'll be grateful if he learns 2. Take names, for example. I keep them simple so that I can yell them and so that each dog has a unique signature that he recognizes in the field.
Whoa.
Watch for conflicts.
Whoa.
Many of our commands can sound like names. A pointing dog named Bo
Good dog.
might be asked to whoa when you want him to
Good boy.
come. And no sounds enough like whoa or bo to confuse just about any dog. Ah imitates the sound a pup's mother makes when she disapproves. Why not take advantage of genetics? And back on that name thing, if you have a dog, you probably know what I mean. Every dog has the same first name. Damn it, Buddy! It's the second one that counts. Still blowing and now spitting rain too. Just another day at the office for Murphy and Deuce. Liking this tip here. Right here, where the cover runs out. Good dog.
Good shot. Got 2 of them.
I only shot at the set. The one he's got now is the one I shot. Good shot. I called it right once. Just like ringnecks, chase him to the edge of cover, and up they go.
No, he died. He's still out here.
All right. Well, we'll send a doggy. Those dogs have the chomp and release technique down. That's about where it got up. I've given up. Well, this is classic windy running bird conditions. Oh yeah! They won't place in any field trials, but you've got to give dogs their head in this wind. Ears flapping like flags, they know old scent and when to relocate, when to creep and when to staunch up. That's how it works. Get ready for a single, Mark.
Huh?
Get ready for a single out of this.
Okay.
There's almost always one
We must have
really stupid bird. That might be our first Wyoming chucker. Good dog. Once again, I'm reminded I have the best crew in the business. Lynn spotted this runner.
shot, Scott.
He's a better bird dog than anybody in this crowd. Good job, Lynn.
Yeah. Well, you said there'd be one more single in there.
He was trying to sneak out on us.
He was.
Thanks to Lynn, we found one more chucker. Good cameraman. Extra kibble, and you can sleep on the bed tonight. Good. Wingshooting USA is brought to you in part by Cabela's, world's foremost outfitter of hunting, fishing, and outdoor gear. Ronnie Smith Kennels and the Rick and Ronnie Smith Silent Command training videos, helping your dog reach its full potential. Ruggs Ranch, the headquarters lodge for Wingshooting USA. And Upland Nation Jobs, connecting job seekers and employers in the bird hunting world. I think one of the things I enjoy most about hunting with other people is the chance to make good friends of new friends. And that's what we did this time around. Thanks again, Mark, for joining us over there at Gray Reef. That's some incredible hunting in Wyoming. Now, if you'd like to join us, go to wingshootingusa.org. You could be on the show with us next year when we visit Quail Creek Plantation in Florida. In the meanwhile, while you're there, of course, one of the things you need to do is ask me a question. Any question about bird dogs and bird hunting, including this one from Ken Sullins. How do you locate guides with dogs that hunt public land? Well, the challenge is great, Ken. If you've ever tried to find somebody who's hunting on public land professionally, you'll find that they are few and far between. The best place to go, frankly, is the public agency for that area. They will register all the professional guides, and they'll have a list of those that they can provide to you. If you're looking for a start, go to the back pages of some of the big magazines. They'll have some public land guides advertising there as well. Good luck. See you in the field. Truck Vault cares about conservation canines and kids, including National 4-H shooting sports, skills for life, activity for a lifetime. Learn more and vote at truckvaultcares.com. You could win anything from a truck vault to a South Dakota hunting trip. Tell your friends too. Every vote raises money for 6 great groups, thanks to Wingshooting USA and Truck Vault.
Over, good shot.
Darn.
I don't think he went very far.
I finally picked one out of the flock and shot at it. Woo! Time to go back to the truck. I only have 2 bullets. Yeah, this level ground running around is tougher than I thought at 5,000 feet.
Well, dogs are doing their job.
Like competitors on Dancing with the Stars, the teamwork of these dogs is choreographed step by step, leaving no bird undiscovered. Our shooting would rate about a 4 from Carrie, Bruno, and Lynn, but it's not about bag limits in Wyoming or anywhere else. It's the thrill of pioneering new country. What's over the next hill or down a brushy draw? Or what's on the other side of that thin blue line on the map? Discovery is what we hunt for, isn't it? Good friends and intense bird dogs help. Much like Ross Young's new painting. You just know there's a bird right in there. Thanks to Mark and everyone at the NSSF who protect our rights to hunt and our access to public and private land. And thank you for watching. I'm Scott Linden. Until next time, I'll see you on Facebook or at scottlindenoutdoors.com. I put a camera on Buddy to discover this training faux pas. Do the geometry before you get riled up about your dog not following directions or finding down birds. Jerome's advice is often espoused and seldom practiced. You'll hit more birds with a more open pattern. Find more tips and advice, contests, videos, and maybe your next job in the upland nation. It's all at scottlindenoutdoors.com. See you there. Illinois' Pike County is known for its monster deer, but also for incredibly lush pheasant habitat at Harpole's Heartland Lodge. Manicured cropland alongside wild mature forests makes for some difficult shooting. I'm Scott Linden. Disciplined dogs, personable guides, and challenging heat all combine for a memorable Midwest ringneck hunting experience next time on Wingshooting USA.